The dorm room was always loud when Theong and Jungkook were in it together. They were not just roommates, they were chaos in human form. Theong with his old late night singing, Jungkook with his obsessive gaming and whining when he lost. They fought over snacks, stole each other's clothes, and mocked each other daily, but somehow they never felt lonely. When they don't know, or rather, what they refused to admit was that irritation was just a mask for the affection simmering. One evening, Theong's friend decided to throw a couple's party. It was supposed to be fun where everyone with their partner, whether real or fake, Theong, without a second thought, dragged Jungkook along. Yeah, why me? Jungkook grumbled, fixing his hoodie as Theong adjusted his own shirt in front of mirror. Because you're my roommate and you look decent enough to pass as my date, Theong teased, flashing a boxy grin. Decent enough? Jungkook scoffed. You mean perfect. Okay, Mr. Perfect, let's go before you chicken out. Theong laughed, tugging Jungkook out of the room. Jungkook stood awkwardly in a corner of the room, holding a glass of juice. The music was loud, laughter echoing, and people dancing around. He was already feeling out of place. He wasn't used to this type of event. While Jungkook waited for Theong to return from the bathroom, Minho, one of Theong's old friends, stoned over with a drink in his hand and a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. So you're Theong's partner tonight? Minho asked, casually swirling his drink. Yeah, Jungkook answered quietly, trying not to sound awkward. He gave a small smile, hoping that would end the conversation. But Minho tilted his head and gave a chuckle. Cute, you're kind of different from the type of people I usually hang out with. Jungkook went unsure how to respond. Different? Yeah, Minho continued, sipping his drink. I mean, Theong's always been around, moral, stylish people, the fit ones, and there you are. His eyes flicker over Jungkook's frame. Not saying it's bad, but you're softer, more like a little kid with a boyfriend. Jungkook laughed lightly, trying to brush it off. Well, I guess that's just how I am. Minho leaned closer, lowering his voice like he was sharing a secret. Honestly, you don't really fit next to him. Don't you think so? Theong's tall, handsome, charismatic. He walked into a room, everyone noticed him, and you, he paused, smirking. You kind of disappear in the background unless it's for the wrong reason. Jungkook frowned slightly, his grip tightening on the glass. What do you mean? Minho shrugged. Well, you're kind that baby face, but then his eyes scanned Jungkook's body in a way that made him feel exposed. You're not exactly lean. A bit on a chubby side, are not you? Cute, sure, but not really the type of body someone like Theon would brag about. Jungkook's jaw clenched. He forced a small laugh, pretending it didn't bother him, though his ears were already burning. I don't really think about things like that. But Minho wasn't done. He smirked, clearly enjoying Jungkook's discomfort. Maybe you should. I mean, what if Theons get tired of babysitting someone like you? Imagine being at his side when everyone else has flawless partners. People must wonder why him, out of all people, why Jungkook? Jungkook's chest tightened. He wanted to walk away, but his feet felt heavy. And let's be real, Minho leaned over closer, his voice sharp like a knife. Like you, clingy, shy, with baby fat, you really think you can keep someone like Theon's attention forever? Guys like him, they eventually want someone who look good next to them, not someone who make them feel look less. That was the last straw. Jungkook swallowed hard, beating back the sting in his eyes. He put the glass down quietly, forced a polite smile, and muttered, Excuse me, I don't feel well. Before Minho could say another word, Jungkook slipped out of the party, his chest aching with every step. When Theon returned with 2 cups, Jungkook was gone. Where's Jungkook? He asked another friend. Oh, your partner said he wasn't feeling well. He left. They answered casually. Theon frowned, worrying immediately, following him. Jungkook never left without telling him, without wasting another second. He left the party and rushed back to the rooms. He found Jungkook sitting on the rooftop, knees pulled up to his chest, staring blankly at the sky. His baby smile was nowhere to be found. Jungkook called softly. The night air was cool, the city lights flickering in the distance. Jungkook sat on the rooftop ledge, arms wrapped tightly around his knees, staring at the stars but not really seeing them. Minho's word echoed in his head like poison. No boyfriend material. Chubby. Theongs could do way better. He bit his lips hard, trying not to cry, but the lump in his throat grew heavier with every second. Why did I even go? He whispered to himself, voice trembling. I should have just stayed home. I'm really not enough good, am I? Take us, baby. I know that when we aren't a real couple, it was just to go in a party, but am I really not? My body, my clothes, is it really bad? Tai, no. Who the hell said that to you? Jungkook shook his head quickly. It doesn't matter. Maybe they're right. You're so handsome, confident, charming, and me, I'm just plain. I don't stand out. Maybe people wonder why you will ever bring me as your partner. You should bring someone better next time. His voice broke at the end and he buried his face in his arms. Without hesitation, Theon grabbed Jungkook's wrist and pulled him into a tight embrace. His arms wrapped around him, firmly grounding him as he whispered against his ears, don't you ever say that again. Jungkook's breath hissed, but no. Theon cut him off. He leaned back just enough. Took up Jungkook's cheeks, forcing him to look into his eyes. His gaze was fierce, unwavering. Listen to me, you're perfect. Every little thing about you, the way you laugh too hard at dumb jokes, the way you sulk when I tease you, the way you pout when you're hungry, everything in your body, Jungkook, it's yours. It's beautiful. Don't ever let someone else decide how you should see yourself. Jungkook's eyes burned with tears. You really think that? I didn't think it. I know it. Theong said firmly, his thumb brushed a tear from Jungkook's cheeks. You have been mine from the start, even if I was too stupid to say it before. You're not less, Jungkook. You're the reason. Or feel more. Before Jungkook could respond, Theong leaned in and kissed him, soft, tender, but filled with everything he had kept bottled up. Jungkook's heart raced. For a moment, he froze in surprise, but then his lips met into Theong's. The kiss tasted like soft, like comfort, like home. When they finally pulled apart, Jungkook whispered breathlessly, "Why did you kiss me?" Theong smiled, forehead resting against his. Because I couldn't stand hearing you doubt yourself, because I have been in love with you for longer than I can admit, and because you needed to know that you're mine. Jungkook's lips trembled before curving into a shy smile. A tear rolled down, but this time it wasn't from pain, it was relief. You're really cheesy, Hyung chuckled, kissing the corner of his lips again. Only for you and the endless night sky. Jungkook let himself believe every word. Jungkook swallowed hard, his eyes darting nervously. I don't know what to do. Hyung smiled softly, pressing a kiss to his forehead. You don't have to do anything, Cookie. Just be with me. He stood up, tugging Jungkook with him, their hands interlocked naturally, and without another word, they slipped back into their dorm room. Inside the room, the air felt different now, charged, fragile, yet comforting. Theon closed the door behind them, then turned to face Jungkook. Theon whispered, "Can I kiss you again?" Jungkook's lips curved into a shy smile. "You already did. Then let me do it properly this time." Tai said. Theon leaned down, capturing Jungkook's mouth again, sure, slower this time, savoring the moment. Jungkook whispered, slowly clutching into Theon's shirt as his knees grew weak. Tai, he breathed between kisses. You're really overwhelming. Good, Theong murmured against his lips, pushing him gently back until Jungkook's knees hit the bed. I want you to know how much I mean this. Jungkook fell back into the mattress, his wide doe eyes staring up at Theong, his heart raced. Theong climbed up upon him, bracing his weight carefully. Tell me to stop if it's too much, Theong said, his voice lower than Jungkook had ever heard it. Jungkook shook his head, whispering, Don't stop, please. Young's chest tightened in the play. He kissed Jungkook again, deeper now, their tongues brushing shyly before Jungkook let out a soft gasp. Please see, Theong teased gently, brushing his lips down to Jungkook's jawline. Even your sounds are perfect. Die, don't say that. Jungkook whined, hiding his face with his arms. Theong pulled his arm away, smirking. No hiding, not from me, you're mine. His kiss trailed down Jungkook's neck, each one slower, making Jungkook scream beneath him. Theong's hand slid under his shirt, creasing the warmth of his skin. Die, my body isn't. Shh. Theon hushed him with another kiss. Don't you dare insult yourself again. I told you you're perfect. Jungkook breath hissed as Theon began unbuttoning his shirt, slowly giving him every chance to stop him. Jungkook, instead of resisting, lifted his arm slightly, allowing it. Theon's eyes softened at the trust. He whispered, beautiful, before pushing tender kisses across Jungkook's chest, down his stomach, making him blush firelessly. Jungkook moaned softly, clutching the bedsheets. Theong leaned back, kissing him again, deeper, hungrier, until the world around him them blurred away. Clothes fell piece by piece, word replaced by gasps, whisper, and soft I love yous whispered into the skin. And that night, under the safety of their small dorm room, they become one that more than roommates, they become each other's everything. Morning scene. Sunlight streamed through the thin curtains. Jungkook stayed awake, blinking slowly. His body ached pleasantly in warmth enveloped him. Theong's arm wrapped firmly around his waist, his face buried in Jungkook's neck. Jungkook blushed fearlessly as memories of last night rushed him. Oh my god, he whispered to himself, covering his face with his hand. Theong groaned, half asleep. Stop hiding, Cookie. I told you you can't hide from me. Jungkook peeked through his fingers. You're awake. Barely, Theong murmured, tightening his hold around him. But I can feel my boyfriend trying to escape and I don't like it. Jungkook asked, boyfriend? Taeyong opened one eye, smirking sleepily. Unless you want last night to be called a one night stand. Jungkook's eyes widened. No, I don't mean I. Taeyong chuckled, kissing his cheeks. Relax, baby, you're mine now, officially. Jungkook buried his face in Taeyong's chest, whining softly. You're so embarrassing in the morning, and you love it, Taeyong teased, running his fingers through Jungkook's messy hairs. For the first time in a long time, Jungkook felt no doubt, no insecurity, just warmth, just Taeyong. Your worth isn't defined by your appearance. Don't let others' opinion define your self worth. Surround yourself with positivity and support. Prioritize your physical and mental well being. Many people face body shaming, seek support from loved ones, support groups, or professionals. Remember, body shaming is never okay. You deserve kindness, respect, and compassion from yourself and others. The end.